Like you're actually like, like normally like your body's like this way outside, you're like actually sitting here and around the top.
Wait, he's saying you look like a chicken.
That's all I'm hearing is that. I'm complimenting you. This is a compliment.
They're ganging up on the team captain over here.
Yeah, right? Like I quit.
So what did you actually say?
His physique is looking better. Yeah, like his physique's looking better. Like, he's getting muscle definition, actually looks pretty toned, so I was actually complimenting him and they try to spin it on me.
I gotta practice with these guys later, so I heard whatever he said, he said.
The very first time I came here, it was just a training trip. By the end of the week, I was like, man, I love it here. Like, everything felt right. I just picked up, moved out, came out here, and been here ever since. So this is Jaxxx. I got him when he was 8 weeks old or whatever, 9 weeks, and he's 8 years old now. And yeah, he's my buddy. When he was younger, I had a longboard and I would have a harness and he would pull me. But now that he's getting older, I don't want to be hard on his joints and everything. So I'm from Sterling, Illinois. Grew up wrestling, playing football, baseball. So, you know, sports has always been a big part of my life. And when I went to college, the school that I ended up going to didn't have football or wrestling. I basically started doing MMA just because I was bored and wanted something to do. Once I started fighting, I fell in love with it. It was really fun to me, and throughout my amateur career, I was having pretty good success. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go pro, you know, might as well start making a little money. And even when I went pro, it was never like I'm gonna be in the UFC or anything like that. It's just something to do, and it wasn't until I was 4-0 and I had all 4 finishes to start my pro career, I was like, you know, maybe I can do this as a career, and, you know, made it to the UFC. It is my career now, and I'm very thankful for it. Like I said, I've never planned on it, but I'm sure thankful that it worked out this way. I've been with my fiance now for 2 years. Yeah, she's still in Illinois, so I'm trying to make enough money to get out of this house and for her to come here and everything else. So like my most immediate goal, I want to be in the top 15 by the time I'm like 30, 31. Just keep climbing until hopefully be the champion one day. 10 years from now, maybe be closing up my career and be able to retire and live a good life and do what I want to do, and hopefully everything works out, you know, how I envisioned. I don't mind mornings. I don't like waking up to an alarm, but once I'm up, I'm in a good mood. We're at Vital Strength and Fitness. This is where I do my strength and conditioning under Vinny Lopez. He's also my head coach and striking coach. And he was this first coach that approached me and kind of took me under his wing and everything. And we've been super close ever since. Like, he's a big part of my life for sure.
Austin is literally like one of my favorite humans on this earth. I've never seen somebody with as much will as him, and physically, he's one of the most gifted guys I've ever seen. He's kind of in camp with Curtis, you know, so they're peaking right now. They are as fast as they've ever been, as powerful as they've ever been, as explosive as they've ever been.
So yeah, I mean, he's conditioning, just trying to get in shape, and so Neil is a huge mentor to me. I actually live in his house. He's been like a big brother to me and someone I really look up to.
Austin's a great dude to hang out with outside the gym. I mean, the guy's hilarious. Whether we're out walking dogs, riding quads and dirt bikes, or whatever we're doing, he's just a great dude to be around all around. I mean, he's humble, he's respectable, you can trust a man with anything. So that's the kind of guy that I keep around my corner.
He gets the best of me, and he gives me the best of him. And because of that, I think we've been able to shock a lot of people. He's an absolute pleasure to work with. I think of him like a son, really, if I'm being honest. We're just trying to put all the pieces together right now, and I think the world's going to see it next time he gets out there. Yeah.
I first started working with the team back in 2008, I think it was. Shane Carwin, when he won his interim title. Curtis I've been seeing for 2 or 3 years. Alistair Overeem started coming in around pandemic time. But I was a wrestler and I do jiu-jitsu, and I've been doing bodywork for the last 25 years. They like the way I work, so I try to, help with the injury part and just also with the performance part, the recovery piece.
So when I first started working with Matt, I was dealing with a back issue that I was doing everything I could, like chiropractors, acupuncture, and all that type of stuff, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong or anything. And Neil, actually, he's been working with him even longer, and he told me to come here, and he was kind of describing it to me. He's like, oh, he just does this. I'm like, that ain't gonna work. Like, I don't know. Like, he's just pushing on me and stuff. And he gave me his appointment, and I came, so I got to try it and everything. And I started working with him, and almost instantly started getting results and starting to feel better. And over time, we took care of it.
But I tell you what, I'm really amazed at how well a lot of these guys do and how little trauma there is compared to what you would think. 10 years ago, they used to spar 5 days a week. And now it's 1 or 2 days a week of hard sparring and a lot of skill work, which is a huge benefit to the recovery and to the performance piece and the skill acquisition. Because everybody is so good at this sport now. There's just no chumps in the UFC.
I mean, I'm guilty of that also. When I first started, every day was like the hardest day possible. And now, as I've gotten older and you realize how important the recovery is, and instead of doing 3-4 practices a day, now I'm doing, maybe just 2 a day and adding more recovery in, but I'm performing a lot higher at those 2 a days as opposed to those, 3-4 days.
Look at that. Look how pretty those are.
I keep telling Curtis my ears are indestructible. I'm not going to get it. I'm pretty confident in that. I've wrestled through middle school, high school, trained, getting punched in the ears. I'm not going to get it. I'm pretty confident in that. High Altitude Martial Arts is Cody Donovan's gym, my head grappling coach. We're just working like a ground and pound flow type of drilling.
First of all, Austin's one of my favorite athletes that we work with. The kid has tremendous heart, tremendous skill. He's had some hardships, fracture in his eye, had the leg thing. Through all those ups and downs, the kid had heart and a positive attitude, and that's something you can't teach. Skill-wise, he's a monster. He's good everywhere and continues to grow.
So I was working with Neil Magny today. Obviously my body type's a lot different than Neil's body type, so my version of the control and damage was a little different than his.
The coolest thing about Austin is his growth is limitless. Like every fight he tries to get better, whether he won or lost the fight, he's back in the gym asking the coaches, asking teammates, how can you improve, what can you work on? That kind of mindset, that kind of work ethic, I think is taken very far. It just shows with his growth in UFC already in the past year and a half.
We've been really good friends ever since I moved here. He's always been a great mentor, always coming to corner me. He's been to, I'm pretty sure, every single one of my fights since I've joined the team. He's someone I really look up to, and we push each other. And
I still think what I thought at the beginning. I think he has the potential to go all the way to the top. He certainly hasn't gotten like the luck of the draw on matchups, which that's the UFC. Right? There are no easy fights once you get there, but I think that was the forge in which the Austin Hubbard that we're going to see moving forward was built. Becoming a sword is a very uncomfortable process, and I think that Austin is a very sharp sword.
That's it today. Free. Get ready to do it all again tomorrow.
He caught you off guard. Wait till you see what I do.